Grumble, grumble.
All right, moving on. We've made a couple mistakes. The biggest one being I finally figured out what this means. And what it means is at the end of the round. I found that on this card right here. So, and it says a hero. So instead of me taking 20 damage per round, 5 for each character, I was only supposed to be taking 5. So I adjusted my hit points on that. A viewer also pointed out that, you know, the reaction effects only happen during official move actions, not during like passive power. And so I may have, in this or previous playthroughs, I may have screwed that up where I did reaction damage to an enemy because they were moving based off their passive. But now that we've got that stuff figured out, hopefully won't be happening too much going forward. So we're right back where we were, trying to take down the mana shield surrounding the Kemet Lords. The shield is currently at 36. Okay, so in terms of activation, you know, this round's going to be pretty easy, I think, because we're not going to have any reaction effects. We killed that absolute abomination of a bad guy. And so I think what I want to do is start moving my ranged characters up a bit. And I definitely want to take care of their take advantage of their passives, particularly Yemi's. So target is in 4 of you, first hit of your turn. A hero charges 2 skill tokens. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and move Yemi. She's got a move of 5. Just want to make sure I kind of moved that staircase a little bit. Yeah, it's good. She's going to target the mana shield with, let's see what we got here. Blood Petals, 11 damage. That effect is wasted. Cursed Bolt, that effect is kind of wasted too. I think I'll just do Cursed Bolt. Yeah, 8 squares, 1 enemy, 10 damage, curses the target, but that's really not going to do anything. So we know that the mana shield only has a defense of 2. We roll 12, so we hit. We do 10 damage to the mana shield, taking it down to 26. And we trigger her passive power. Target in 4 of you, first hit of your turn. A hero charges 2 skill tokens. I am going to make that hero the Brute, since he's pretty close already. I think I'll charge that and that, because his total charge is nice. It just does 9 extra damage, so no downside to that. And that's it for Yemi. Next up, let's go ahead and move Nyx. Let's check our hit points. I had to, you know, re-up these so they're not quite as bad as they were. Yeah, because I took 40 damage when I was only supposed to take 10. That'll fuck you up. All right, Nick's gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's fine. And she's gonna do she's gonna do Holy Ray. 8 squares, 1 enemy, 6 damage, heals a hero 7. Needs a 2. She gets an 11. Holy Ray, 6 damage to the shield, takes it down to 20. Boy, that really, figuring that rule out really cuts down on the time, like, pressure of this mission, which I was definitely feeling. I was like, holy shit, I have to get moving. Now I feel a little bit better. And then in terms of healing, she's going to heal herself. So she's going to go from 39 to 45. Next up, let's go with so that's actually interesting. I could have sworn that there was a mechanic in this game to stop you from, because right now, what's to stop me from just sitting here for the next 15 turns and healing with Yemi? Or with Nyx, and just taking the 5 damage. I mean, I could heal my whole party up, basically. I swear that there was some kind of punishment for that. But I might be conflating games too. Warhammer Quest has a punishment for that. Silver Tower. I don't know if this one does. So take a quick look. Yeah, I don't think there is, at least not right now. The damage, the incidental damage that you're taking from the shield, I suppose, is the motivator. And I'm not going to sit here all day anyways, so it kind of really doesn't matter. May go ahead and activate Herodotus. He's going to move in a 6. So he lands right there. Let's see. Yeah, I think he'll just do Savage Weapon, 1 square, 1 enemy, 13 damage. I think he just rolled a 2. Picked it up a little faster, but it hit. So 13 damage. His passive power. Oh, and Nyx's passive power as well. I did forget her passive. Yeah, she did an extra 5 damage to that shield. Took it down to 15. Herodotus, no ally is within 1 of the target, so we don't get that. But he did 13 damage, so it's only got 2 hit points left. his turn. Finally, we come around to Anariel. She's just going to do her basic attack, I think. Well, to be honest, she doesn't even have to do that because her passive triggers at the start of your turn. There's at least one enemy within 2 of you. An enemy within 10 of you takes 5 damage. So it doesn't explicitly say that the shield is an enemy. But it doesn't say that they're not an enemy. And I am inclined to think that they are an enemy. I don't know how else you would categorize it. I mean, we're attacking it. Set up the word enemy real quick. I've screwed that up too if I'm wrong. Okay, enemy isn't even. That's not even, I think that's like called out. I'm assuming I can use her passive on that thing, which destroys the shield. Sit down to 0 before she even does anything. As soon as the mana shield drops to 0, read 2.2. If the reaction, if all the villains are dead, or end a round, if all the villains are dead and the Kemet Lords have been removed from the altar tiles, read 2.3 to continue the quest. Okay, so 2.2, which takes us back to the journal. These Kemet are clearly more powerful than the rest, but the ritual has made them temporarily weak, as if they were about to faint. Sonathia, you promised that your minions would be enough to protect us. That's why I only trusted my aim. The one who is called Sildroy turns to you. Lucky for you, we will leave because I like to make my victims suffer until they beg for their own death. But I will not leave before I give you a gift from me. He grabs a large bow and shoots 2 arrows simultaneously at you. Sildroy deals 7 damage to the 2 closest heroes. Okay. Pratis takes 7. Takes him down to 48. Anariel takes 7. Takes her down to 49. My undead would have been sufficient if your archer provided cover instead of underestimating them. The one with the name Sonerthia answers him. If there's another villain alive, Sonerthia places a reaper within one of her closest hero. Okay, well, there isn't, so fuck you. They had devised a way to escape in case their mana shields broke, and they managed to flee before you can do more. Remove Sildroy and Solnethria's figures from the grid. With the removal of the first 2 Kemet Lords, the first condition for beginning event 1 has been met. The second one being that all other villains are dead. Okay. Bouncing back here. Yep. Goodbye, Kemet Lords. If all the villains are dead and the Kemet Lords have been removed, read 2.3 to continue the quest. totally bitching character art here. I love this guy. It's so awesome. Oh, I wasn't done reading 2.2. It says, at the end of each round, if all villains are dead, remember to check if you must read 2.3. Note that you must continue all quests when they inform you of a condition that leads to a section of the journal or to an upcoming event. Oh, okay, so that's how they keep you from sitting around. You have to move forward. And that makes full sense. It's just built into the process. The primary objective must never be considered met before all other quest instructions have been followed. For example, if the primary objective is to kill all villains and you've killed all villains from the initial placement, that doesn't mean you've won the quest. First check to see whether you must read a section of the journal or begin the next event. I feel like we have that covered. Resume the quest. You see a faint portal-shaped glow at the top of a building, as if it were regaining its strength. It wasn't enough to interrupt Silderoy and Solnerthia. There must be other Kemet lords performing the ritual. You hear noises coming from the other side of a gate. Oh, and look at that, I actually have a gate. You break in and find 2 other lords. Okay. So the yellow door. So we remove the yellow door. The yellow big door, they call it. So them to pay it its respects. And I'm going to try, because you can actually remove just the portcullis. So let's see, maybe these doors will play a little bit better and we can actually move guys onto them. More thematic. Place barrels in the positions indicated on the quest map. Why would you think that I hadn't already done that? Yeah, I did that already. Place Yzererd, the spy figure, and Xenea, the berserker figure. Their positions are indicated on the quest map. And again, I don't know that these are the exact figures, but they'll do. Put the red token on 70 hit point track. It represents the Kemet Lord's mana shield. Okay. It's the same as it was the first time, so mana shield's back up to 70. Despite being from the same species, the lords couldn't be more different. One is a slim, dark female youngster, and the other is a muscled mass of an older man wearing a yellowed skull for a mask. Bleh, I don't know. The beautiful woman smiles as she sees you and tells her companion, "Look, Xena, just as our leader predicted, he is amazing." She looks at you from head to toe. "My spies have told me stories about the great heroes of the arenas, able to defeat even the most powerful avatar dragons. Yet you don't seem like much, don't you think? It is a pity that these heroes will not have the honor of dying by my hands in combat before your presence, beautiful Yzererd. So we must follow the prophecy because the victory has been guaranteed." They pull away their weapons and raise their arms high, performing a ritual. Knowing that these lords will be as weak as the first 2 you encountered, you know that you must deplete their shields as soon as possible and brace for what they may have prepared against you before they flee. Resume the quest. Event 1 begins. Note, remember to place the villains' guards listed under Event 1's header and read all other instructions contained therein. Not all quest instructions are found in the journal. Okay. Cool. So we're going to have to learn about guards. Event 1. Guard 3. Place Reapers, 16 orange and 18 green, and zombie 69 red. Okay, grab our cards. What did we say? 69R. Jeez, that sounds like another pretty powerful baddie. Okay, here we go. Damn, this zombie's got 75 health. Well, fuck. All right. Knocked over my beautiful decorative torch. All right, 16 orange, 18 green, and 69R. Gotta grab these figures, although we've got one of the Reapers. Another Reaper and that zombie. The fat guy. All right, fatty, show yourself. It is not that motherfucker. Red and green. Okay. Yeah, so the two Reapers are considerably less dangerous than this other guy. What do we got here? We got a noxious Reaper, stealing scythe, targeting the hero with the least HP. So we've got one targeting least HP, one targeting most mana, which I think is pretty much even right now, and one targeting most HP. That's the big bad. The Noxious Reaper, 15 plus effect, the target loses a mana. Okay, that sucks. No passive power though. Enraging Scythe, 14 damage plus the effect. Here, the enemy with the highest hit points gains empowered. And then this guy, Impact Hunger, 18 damage plus effect, push for the target. And he triggers if no other hero is within one of him. He pulls 6 and deals 6 damage to the farthest hero. Awesome. I look forward to challenging you, wretches. Orange. There. Green. And red. And these guys are guards, which you can tell by the shield symbol on them. Place the Kemet Lords. As soon as the mana shield drops to 0, Yizard deals 8 damage and removes 1 from the closest hero. Zenea deals 12 damage, and then they both run. And we still have this scenario where if there are Kemet Lords on the grid, a hero takes 5 damage. Okay, and I think we can continue from there. Although we definitely need to read up on guard. Yeah, villain guards. Villains are usually unaware of the presence of heroes, and they roam dungeons and other settings in groups. These villains are guards. They don't take turns and will never attack while they're guards. When a hero comes close to or attacks at least one of the guards in the group, the entire group loses the guard status and may immediately retaliate and or take turns in that same round. Guards are inactive villains, combatants that can't attack or take turns. Oh, okay, and it's telling you this was my next question, is how do you tell what a guard group is? Guard groups are indicated like this on the quest guide instructions. So I believe the whole thing is one guard group. Yeah. So if I attack one of them, all three of them will, from there on in, activate as normal. Activating villain immediately loses its status, forever ceasing to be a guard if any one of these are true. It's declared the target of any attack or effect. It gets affected in any way by any attack, benefit, skill, passive power, or effect. A non-guard combatant, hero, or villain moves within 3 of a guard, regardless of that combatant's final position. Another villain in the same guard group becomes active. Activated X guards must be included in the turn order like any other villain. They become immediately ready to retaliate or to take their unprovoked turn this round. Yeah, and they immediately lose their shielded condition. What is the fucking point of shielding them then? If they immediately lose their shielded condition upon activating, well, while they are guards, villains are shielded 6. 6 less damage from attacks, even residual. But if you attack them, they immediately lose the status. And it's just when you declare the attack. That seems odd, but maybe it comes into play later. All right, let's see if we have some status tokens for Garden. That'll help us remember that. Really cannot wait until I get the full contents of my very, very expensive game. I want to say I spent, I don't know. I bought every single thing that they've ever released, basically. So it's got to be 800 or 900, maybe closer to 800. Let's see, shielded. Yeah, so. If I have enough. Again, why are we doing this? Like, what is the purpose of doing so? When we know it goes away, if we basically do anything? Unclear. All right, and then so the turn continues, and it's still her turn because her passive killed the first shield. And she hasn't done anything, she hasn't even moved yet. So... think she's just gonna move. Because what I assume they're trying to get at here is the fact that I can pick away at this shield without alerting these guards from range. Now I have to stay outside of 3. So I need to basically stay on that side of the door. And so I'm just gonna move her. Just gonna move her closer to the door. Ooh, the other question is, how does that interact with walls and such? I don't even know if I can do this. I'll have to come around this way basically to avoid triggering the guards. So she's just going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then she can move again. It's kind of funny. Okay. So that's it for her turn. They don't do anything. They're just guards. Mana Shield does 5 damage to one of my heroes. I will take that damage with Herodotus. Takes him down to 43. The next turn. Let's start activating the ranged characters, I would say. Yumi's got a movement of 5. So she would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And have a line of sight straight to the shield. And she's got the range. So she's gonna start picking away at the shield. With life Tithe. 8 squares, 1 enemy, 7 damage plus effects. Shield has 2 defense. She rolls an 18. 7 damage to the shield. Effects, move 3 an ally. Alright, so let's subtract the damage first. Takes it down to 63. Move 3 an ally. She will move. I guess she'll move her odds actually. 1, 2, 3, and put him right in front of the door. Wait. She triggered them. Trying to be clever, didn't work. So they're alerted. They still don't do anything until I attack them or until their turn comes around, but they are alerted. And so she's going to move him right there to try and tank those guys. And then she's casting her Life Tide. She gets to choose one. You or an ally heal 6, or both of you heal 4. I'm going to have both of us heal 4. Bringing Nyx up to 49. And Herodotus up to 47. And as always, I almost forgot my residual damage. Dealing an extra 5 damage to the shield. Taking it down to 58. Damn, these motherfuckers are going to be unprovoked too. He's got that push. Maybe able to use the doorway against them, we'll see. That's it for Nyx. Saving my mana right now because I want to be able to burn down the final shield. I have a feeling that final room is going to be a problem. Yeah, it's so yummy. Did Herodotus not activate? No, definitely. Some of these motherfuckers activated. He activated too, right? He killed the other guy. Yeah. Yemi is the only one who hasn't activated. So she's going to go ahead and activate. She's going to move. Puts her within range. She's got Fatal Kiss and Blood Petals. And she'll do Fatal Kiss. 8 squares, 1 enemy, 9 damage. She's targeting the shield. Needs a 2. Gets a 3. Passive triggers. Target is within 4 of you. Must hit on your first turn. Nope. But Fatal Kiss hits. Doing 9 damage to the shield. Taking it down to 49. And then effect. Another enemy takes damage equal to half your natural roll, round up. So somebody else takes 2 measly damage. And has to be somebody an 8 and all that. I guess we'll just do it to the Guardian. Yeah, Green Reaper. He takes 2 damage, taking him down to 38. Okay. That is it for me. Unfortunately, now all these enemies get to activate. Oh, and at the end of the round, somebody takes five damage from the mana shield. I feel like I took that already, but maybe not. So I'll give that damage to Nyx. Down to 44. Now the bad guys activate. Don't believe there's any order to their activation. I think I get to choose. Yeah, it really doesn't say anything about an order. So starting with the guy green. He's targeting the hero with the most mana. He needs to get very close to within 1. He will move the shortest distance. We've all got 1 mana, so I get to choose who he targets. And I'll have it be Herodotus. He's got a movement of 5. Probably, unfortunately, will be easier because my walls. Love playing with this stupid terrain stuff. It's so awesome and stupid. It's so stupidly awesome. It's like playing with toys again. Which I wouldn't be above if they had toys I wanted to play with. Okay. Yeah, Enraging Sigh. Against Herodotus, who has a defense of 6. Let's see if there's any enemy turn reactions that we want to trigger. I don't think so. Not on this guy. This guy is not particularly strong. The only thing I could do is actually trigger Herodotus, because then that would do his total charge. Yeah, why not? Yeah, so he's going to pay a mana to have an enemy take 3 damage. It will be the green guy. So he drops down to 35. And that triggers his total charge. Total charge. Uncharge your 4 tokens. An enemy takes 9 damage. Back. And he'll do 9 damage to the red guy, I think. But that does not provoke him. So that takes him from 75 to 66. Cool. And he used a skill, so he does another 10 damage to the shield, taking it down to 39. Now this jackass activates. He's got to roll a 6 or better. He gets it. He gets the 15. He's doing 14 damage right off the bat. Him down to 33. And then his effect. And he was unprovoked. So he does 5 more damage. Taking him down to 28. Whew. I'm taking more damage than I expected. And then the enemy with the highest hit points gains 1 empowered token. All right. Nothing else, no reactions or anything. That's it for green. I'll go ahead and activate orange next. He has the Stealing Scythe, and he's looking for the hero with the least hit points, which is Herodotus. So he's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4 and line up right next to him. Come on. Fucking hex bases. There we go. That'll work. Targeting Herodotus. Doesn't trigger any kind of reaction or anything for moving there. He's just doing the Stealing Scythe. He needs better than a 6. He rolls a 15, so he hits too. Damn, Herodotus is taking a beating. He's going to steal mana, which I don't have because I spent it, luckily, so that was smart. So he just says 20 damage. He does 20 damage. Fuck. Because he's unprovoked. Leaving Herodotus with 8. And then the level 2 zombie, he's got a movement of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he will move all the way into here, but he will take that reaction. So he'll take reaction from Herodotus for 8 damage. Taking him down to 58. Targeting the hero with the most HP. The most HP would have been Yemi, but he wouldn't have been able to reach Yemi. So the next most would be Anario. Yeah, the tank. So she got defense of 7. And he misses. So no unprovoked, no triggers. He just does 10 damage. And he was empowered 3, which does +3 attack damage. I guess he uses that, so he does 13. Probably worth looking up. Lines attack. Let's look at the timeline. That's what we need to be looking at. Strike misses, apply the miss effect. Yeah, ironically, this doesn't say anything about conditions. I guess it would be benefits. I want to say he used it, so he did what? 13 damage? You're down to 36. Heavy hitter. Now they've all activated, which means we'll come around to the next round and we will pick this up later.